If you always thinking about girls, you're a simp. If you're always wondering if that girl that you got a crush on is checking you out, you a simp. If you always focused on girls and your whole life revolves around girls, you a simp. If you're always a man who's always chasing after pleasure and fun times, you a simp. Trust me, my nigga. Real men don't go after fun things and vain things of this world. Real men have a purpose, bro. But we'll get to that. Let's first talk about the simps. So, simp or pimp, alpha male or simple man. Which one are you? Or which one do you really want to be, dog? Do you want to be the weakest version of yourself who's always thinking about girls, never gets them, lives the worst kind of shitty ass life, probably is addicted to bad habits and bad patterns, bad, bad cycles, negative cycles, bro, trapped in cycles of addiction, weakness, bro? The life of a simp is a living hell. And trust me, my nigga, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that guy who's always thinking about girls. Number one, you're probably broke, probably still living in your mama's house, probably still like doing bad in life. You're doing bad in life, but all you could ever think about is girls, girls, girls. Like, bro, I think the men of this generation have got it completely twisted wrong, bro. It is so wrong for a man to always like be thinking about girls, filling your head up with girls, always thinking and wondering and imagining futures with girls. You would never even have the confidence to go up and talk to her and actually tell her how you feel. Bro, that is the worst life. That is the worst kind of life. I would not ever wish that on my worst enemy, bro. Being a simp is a living hell, bro. And trust me, you don't want to be that guy. A simp is out there always looking for pleasure, looking for validation, seeking validation like a little girl, and it's sad though. It's the sad reality because most of the men, in this day and age, that's what they are, bro. Weak, unmotivated, always thinking about girls and just they ain't got no drive, no purpose, no reason for life, bro. That's all that like girls is all that their life revolves around, bro. And when they end up not getting what they want, that's how they start developing all these bad habits you know, and start, just start pleasing themselves with the corn and stuff, adult content, And trust me, you don't want to live your life like that, bro. You want to be a real man. Go out there and get it, my nigga. You know? And so let's talk about this, guys. Like simps, bro. Bro, that is the worst type of man to be. You don't want to be weak, unmotivated, and addicted to bad habits and just, bro, like that is the worst type of life to live, bro. Trust me, you gotta come out of that cycle, man. You gotta try and just find your purpose. As a man, you must have purpose. As a man, you must have a reason. As a man, you must be helpful, bro. A simp, bro, is just someone who's like always thinking about girls and just wondering if, like sometime and most of the time, 99% of the time, they're not even good with girls, bro. They can't even riz up girls, bro. They ain't even got confidence within them. It's because of most of the time, excuse me, it's really hot. Most of the time, bro, like they just spend most of their days imagining stuff, imagining what would it be like for me to be with that girl instead of you going out there and actually getting it, my nigga. Like, bro, you don't want to live your life like that. Imagining if that girl, like, imagining how it would be if you were with that girl, imagining how it would be if you were probably laying with her and stuff like that. Bro, trust me, you do not want to live your life like that. You do not want to live your life like that, bro. Now, let's talk about the alpha male, the man with a purpose, the man after these, baby. Millions, rands, my nigga. the man after, you know, the man after, yeah, bro. The rich is the man after, the man with a purpose. He ain't chasing skirts. He doesn't even care, bro. He don't care if that girl is checking you out now, bro. Most of the alpha males, bro, they just focused more on providing, bro, especially for their families and being of service to the community, to their communities and the world in general. That's what a real man is. That's what a real man does. A real man does not go around chasing girls. That is a form of weakness, bro. I don't care if you get girls. I don't care how many girls you can sleep with, bro. If you do not have your shit together in life, bro, use a simp, bro. If you do not have your shit together, but you out there obsessed about girls, you is a simp, bro. And I'm gonna tell you the truth right here and now, bro. You should just stop that, my nigga. That is unbecoming of your nature as a man, bro. Like where is that masculine drive to want to do more, to achieve more, like to be of service, bro? Where is your drive, dog? Like you really need to rethink your life, bro, and start, processing all that you're doing, dog, because you just caught up in a negative cycle, dog, and that's not how you want to be living your life, dog. You want to be that alpha male. You want to be that guy who knows his business. You want to be that guy whom when he walks, in a group of people, and he got herds turning. He got them girls, mesmerized. Girls, bro, can actually smell when a guy is on his shit. Like, it really looks attractive to them. When you a man, let me give you some game, my people. When you a man, bro, you don't want to be obsessed about goals. You don't want to be going out here thinking about goals, chasing goals. That is weakness, bro. A real man does not go around chasing girls. And an alpha male, bro, let's talk about an alpha male, bro. An alpha male knows what he wants and he goes after it and gets it. He's a go getter. An alpha male is a strong, solid man, bro. He ain't like, bro, he ain't got time to be messing around with girls who just like girls who just be wasting his time, bro. An alpha male is a man who's focused on building an empire, a kingdom. And he knows that when he's on his purpose, that's where he finds pleasure, bro. Everything that he needs, all the goals that he probably wants, they just come to him, bro. Because girls, bro, they are into a man who got motion, bro. And if you ain't got no motion, you a simp, bro. That's just the worst type of way to live your life, bro. You don't want to be a simp, my nigga. First things first, if you want to be an alpha male, bro, you gotta have purpose. You gotta have purpose. You gotta be strong mentally, physically, and spiritually too, emotionally. You gotta learn how to control your emotions. Most of the time, usually Sims are just people who, they just act off their impulses, bro. They just act off their impulses. They ain't got no sense of self-control. They just do things based of how they feel. Bro, they just living the most, bro, sad life, bro. It's really sad, my nigga. You know, going from like girl after girl, bro. Going from skirt after skirt. That's bro. That's a sad life. You know, as a man, you should be focused on building your kingdom, your empire. Chasing after girls and pleasures of this world will only hold you back. Chasing after pleasure makes you a weak man, a simp. That's how you start developing bad habits, bro. It's because you ain't got no purpose. You ain't got no drive. You ain't got something to be doing, my nigga. Get on your, you know, get on that, my nigga. Stop wasting time, you know, going with the rest of the world right now. Let's just be honest, bro. They just promote weakness. They just shoving it down our throats, and making us accept, to be weak, to be comfortable, to be able to, to just get anything we want with the touch of a screen. Like we got corn, bro, that shit got males afraid to go and approach girls. That shit got men weak, stuck up in their homes, and just afraid to live life and afraid to experience the beauty of the feminine energy, bro. You know, we ain't got more masculine alpha male, bro. We really short of such type of men who got that masculine frame about them, that still energy, bro. You know, men these days are just succumbing to weakness, bro. Men these days are just becoming really soft, and it's a really sad thing to witness, bro. But I don't want to be part of that, bro. I don't want to be part of that. I'm on a mission, my nigga. You know, first things first, I wanna fix my fucking life, bro. I wanna make sure that I'm eating good, that my family eating good, well taken care of, and then I can start focusing on stuff like, them queens, and stuff like that. But for now, I'm focused on myself, bro. I'm focused on my goals. I'm focused on building an empire. That's how a real man moves. A real man does not care about girls. A real man does not care if girls is checking him out. He does not begs nor craves for attention like a little. You get what I'm saying? A real man should not be craving for attention like a girl, bro. That's for girls, my nigga. You know, the girls should be the one who are seeking your attention. The girls should be the one who out here trying to seduce you, my nigga. Not you going out there trying to seduce the female, bro. Just imagine, bro, a man with a fucking beard coming up to a girl trying to seduce you, trying to get you to lay with him. Like, bro, that is so feminine. That is a feminine trait. Man out here learning how to seduce women, bro. You only seduce her like by being yourself, by having that powerful aura, by being yourself, bro, by being him. Bro, women get turned on by men who are on their shit, bro. You ain't gotta do much, my nigga. You ain't gotta go the long way, bro. Trying to impress females, trying to, you know, bro, like you ain't got to do that, my nigga. You just gotta be yourself. Focus on the mission. Focus on your purpose. And if you ain't got one, bro, just figure out your life, bro. First things first, my nigga. You should put God first. You know, God comes first, and that's what, bro, is the job of a man, bro. Is to lead the woman to God. You know, just like Joshua said, in the Bible. He was Joshua. I don't remember. He said something like, "As for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord." And that's how a real man should be moving, bro. He should be moving in a way that he should be seeking to get closer to God and to be able to lead his queen and his family, if he has that, closer to God. Not focused on chasing pleasure, not focused on getting one night stands and getting it off, bro. And just always like living your life chasing goals, having a rotation, bro. That all that stuff is just, no, it's futile, bro. Stop throwing discipline out the window. You need that. As a true masculine alpha male, you need that. You need to be able to have that fire within you, that thing within you to want to be able to serve your community, serve the world in general, bro. Let me just make a few examples. Jesus was an alpha male, bro. That nigga was focused on the mission. And look at Jesus. I'm pretty sure that nigga had more hoes than anybody, bro. Trust me. That nigga had, like, no nigga, that nigga had hoes following him everywhere, bro. And he didn't even care about them. He didn't have his mind on that, bro. And Jesus could have any hoe he wanted. He could have any girl he wanted, bro. And that's the truth, bro. Jesus could have any hoe he wanted, but he just chose one girl, bro. Of which he chose her to be the one in his life, whom he would choose to spend his life with. And he wasn't out here chasing plenty skirts, bro. He just chose one queen, dog, and moved on with his life, And that's how we should be moving. We shouldn't be caring about these goals. I look, man, I know it's it's a natural thing for us, man, to want girls, bro. It's natural, bro. It's how the universe is. But don't be thinking about it too much. Don't be too caught up in it to the point whereby you end up losing yourself and start developing bad traits and habits, bro. Just because of maybe you ain't getting girls and shit like that, you start watching corn, you start developing bad habits to try and heal, to try and just cope with that. The fact that you ain't getting hoes, bro. No, stop it with that. As a man, you should be getting on your purpose, get on your mission. Forget about the girls, forget about them. Just focus on yourself, bro. Hey man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please hit a like and subscribe to the channel. More fiery content coming up. It's your boy Saggy Swagger, and I'm out.